The most basic condition of a cup of good tea is that it is brewed from high-quality teas. I believe that we all have already known that we can distinguish the quality of tea by several methods, including looking at the appearance of tea, smelling the fragrance of tea, tasting the taste of tea liquor, and observing the brewed leaves. Next, let's take a look at how we should judge.
Please click on the screen buttons to see how to choose tea. Judgment of the appearance. Good quality tea most basically must be dehydrated completely in its full leaf shape and without other extraneous parts. As for stripping situation and color of teas are determined according to the teas of different tea types. For example, the appearance of Wen Shen Pao Chong tea is strip-like and the color is dark green, while the appearance of the Tongding Oolong tea is tightly formed into semi-ball shape and the color is dark green. But in general, it is okay as long as the shape of the teas is neat. Don't worry too much. Smell of the flavor. Before the teas are brewed, first smell the flavor of the tea. For example, Wen Shen Pao Tong tea is fleshy like the fragrance of flowers, while Tongding Oolong tea has heavy fermented and roasted flavor. In addition, you can also smell the teas to see whether they have a greenish odor, burnt odor, or other off flavor. Taste of the aroma. Because the colors of tea liquor vary from dark to light depending on their different fermentation and roasting process, but turbid or gray colored is never accepted. Only clear teas are of good quality. As for the taste of the aroma, a good brewed tea should have a pure and mellow flavor with a smooth feeling that lingers at length in the throat. For example, the liquor color of Wen Shen Pao Chong tea is bright green or honey colored, and the taste is faintly sweet and smoothness, while the liquor color of the Tongding Oolong tea is golden and bright and the taste is mellow and sweet. Observation of the infused leaves. After tasting the tea liquor, pour the infused leaves into the pot onto a tabletop or a clean dish and observe the color, tenderness, and fermentation of the infused leaves. For example, the infused leaves of Wen Shen Pao Chong tea should be complete and tender and show a bright green color. As for the degree of fermentation of teas, for example, black tea belongs to fully fermented tea. The infused leaf should be present a bright red color, while Tongding Oolong tea belongs to the partially fermented tea. The leaf blade edge serration will appear red and the other parts will be green.
It turned out to be like this. There are so many expertise in choosing teas. So, if we had select good teas, we can have good tea to drink.
This is not necessarily true. Even if you pick out a good tea, you must use the right method to brew in order to bring out the quality and characteristics of the tea. Next, I will introduce tea brewing methods. You must learn them well.
Please click the screen buttons to watch the tea brewing methods. Amount of placing teas. When brewing tea with a small pot, the ratio of tea to water is 1 to 10. Strip-shaped tea such as green tea, Wenchen Pao Chong tea, white tip oolong tea, the amount of placing teas is about 1/2 to 3/4 of pot. The semi-ball or ball tea with tight appearance, such as high mountain tea, Tongding oolong tea, and Tei Kuan Yin tea, the amount of placing teas is about 1/4 to 1/3 pot. The amount of placing teas of black tea is about 1/5 of pot. Water temperature. The water temperature for brewing teas can be divided into low temperature, medium temperature, and high temperature. The low temperature of water temperature is about 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. The teas suitable for brewing at this temperature range include Longqing and Bilu Chong of green tea. The medium temperature of water temperature is about 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. The teas suitable for brewing at this temperature range include Wenchen Pao Chong tea, white tip oolong tea, and black tea. The high temperature of water temperature is about above 90 degrees Celsius. The teas suitable for brewing at this temperature range include High Mountain tea, Tongding oolong tea, and Tei Kuan Yin tea. Steeping time. The brewing time of tea should be controlled by the principle that the concentration of tea liquor in each brewing is the same. In general, teas can be brewed 4 to 5 times, and the brewing time will gradually increase with the number of time. Take Taiwan oolong tea as an example. The first, second brews are steeped for about 60 to 75 seconds, while the third to fifth brews are sequentially increased by 15, 25, and 35 seconds. However, the concentration of tea liquor does not have a certain standard, and it is mainly adjusted according to personal preference.
You are able to taste a good cup of tea only after you have grasped the above secrets of success for choosing and brewing teas.